Hey, Libra gang, sorry about that. I'm back. My little raggedy phone, y'all already know. So we're gonna do medical affirmations first, and then after I finish that, I want to show y'all some things I found for survival. I've been looking for years, but right in your face. But I've been looking at different things too. I'll see in a minute. It says that I don't think every mate or my mate is messing around. Okay, we gotta get that in mind. With some good people out there. I have strong energy. I keep myself energized. Thoughts, pray, crystals, etc. I think before I speak. Get crystals to help if I can't. Look at birth charts. Study myself. All the things to protect ourselves. I'm healthy. I eat healthy. I research my ancestors. I see what they ate and know my blood type. Okay, hey. Well, come on then. Okay, let's see. Let's do the affirmations of truth. Yeah, it's Lady Peace putting this up by herself. I'm like, yeah, every home should have this. That's why I love them purples. They have really helped change my life. Laugh at your own mistakes so you won't get mad at others, so they won't have control over you. I know that's right. I know that's right. I am organized. Time for us to get organized, Libra gang. Seem like we the ones thinking on point. I am not a corn artist. Know when to move on. Stop trying to prove how great you are. Okay. Research where and what you want to do and be. Okay. Let's do an affirmations with chakra wisdom card. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. We got 7 chakra, crown chakra, spiritual awareness. When my mind sways negatively, I remind myself of love, truth, gratitude, and spirit. I am the observer of my thoughts and I do not let them bring me down. I remind myself to have gratitude and acceptance for what is and to have the courage of my convictions. I continually pursue a clear understanding of the spiritual truths behind all that is and all that is unfolding. I ask myself, is what I'm thinking the truth, or is it having a positive or negative impact on my life? Okay? That's why, sometimes it's good not to, protect yourself, but if you do like the other ones do, instead of having a brilliant idea, you'll be like them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody lost in the sauce. But it's a time for the warriorship now. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show her first. She's showing us how to,
when you get them home. And I want you to wipe your countertops down. Because what happens is factor here,
that's
you know there's bugs
preserving
on the inside,
your
you know
food
there's
for
probably
longevity.
bug shells on the outside as well. Hubby's playing cameraman today. Basically, I just want to show you real quick. I've washed my half-gallon jars, and what I do is after I drain as much water out as I
See,
can,
I be thinking about
very, very
real
hot.
stuff. I know y'all probably do
Put this
too. It's
into
like,
a steam
what
bath
y'all
here.
doing? Keep on deceiving and
Sterilize my
tripping.
jars, a little bit of water and a little
There's
bit
some
of
shit
vinegar.
going on. If they
See
open
that?
their eyes up, you know what I'm
Try not
saying?
to touch the rims at all. Then what I'm doing here, turn these upside down. And I'm putting these in the oven. Upside down in the oven at 225 degrees. And I'm just going to do that because I'm drying them out. I don't want to put my baking mixes or rice or beans. You want these sterile and you want these jars clean. These are all new jars. I will tell you that I did wash them really, really well first. Take out this one. We're going to let it drain out as quick as possible. And again, we're just going to
I ain't got all the room I want over here, but I got enough to do some stuff. Because, you never know who you may help. And I was telling my daughter them, okay, like for instance, like for instance, if we have to move away or something, we have to run or whatever it may be, it's like, okay, somebody might end up in your place running and you'll have food stored up for them, and then wherever you run, I think the creators will let you be able to be okay too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a give and take thing. You prepared, and somebody else prepared, and you're willing to help and give to others, and then they're gonna make sure you're okay. That's how I always live my life.
They're all really dry in there. If you have it upside down, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to the jar, turn the oven back off, let the jars naturally cool in the oven, and then I'm going to fill them up. And the last one goes in. Again, I just got the water, maybe about a half inch of water in here with just a little bit of vinegar. We put the jars in, put the lids on, turn this almost on high, not quite on high, and we let this go, and we set the timer. We start steaming really well. We set the timer for 20 minutes.
Doing this stuff while we got time,
Definitely, we'll get these nice and sterile.
They're giving us a whole year almost.
Because this is going to be for anywhere from 10 to 15-year food storage.
Okay, here I have just stuck my half-gallon canning jars. I've got 12 in the main oven and another 6 in my auxiliary oven.
She's going to show us how to store water for emergencies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how much water should we store? FEMA has given us a guideline, and others have also chimed in, and nobody agrees. And so the range is from FEMA, we should store 1 gallon of water per person per day, and that will give us enough for cooking and enough for basic hygiene. And then they also suggest that we should have 3 days of water stored. Other sources suggest that we should store 2 gallons of water per person per day for a minimum of 14 days. And Jim and I are more inclined to follow that guideline simply because it is more water for a longer time. Now, if you look at the data for how long it has taken in some instance right here in the United States for residential water to be restored, to come out of our taps clean again in some areas that have been devastated by these natural disasters, it has been up to 90 days. And so determining how much water we need to store can really be an individual family decision. Jim and I have decided that what we're going to do is store 2 gallons of water per person for a minimum of 14 days, and that's our basic supply. And then once our basic supply is in place, then we're going to build on that. It is also important to think about your family. For instance, Jim and I, well, we are not as chipper as we once were. And so thinking about carrying anything heavier than about a 5-gallon barrel of water, which weighs about 40 pounds, is pretty much out of the question for us. But given enough time, we could probably take every single one of our 5-gallon barrels of water out to our truck in order to bug out. We would not try to carry these on foot. We have a smaller size for that. So, how do we fill these? Well, you have to know your water source that comes through your kitchen tap or whatever tap. If it is from a city source, it has already been treated and is safe to drink. And therefore, we don't need to do anything else.
I'm glad to find these inflatable boats. You can store them till you need them.